Hey there, gamers. Welcome back to Cryptic Gaming. I hope you've been having a wonderful week. Before we get started, if you're interested in those new Cryptic Crypto meme coins that we just put out, definitely check that description box. You can own your own Cryptic coin currency there. So, patch notes coming in. A lot of great improvements. Looks like there's been a few things within the combat system with some bugs that they've had. One of the most, I guess, kind of glaring was that taunt persistence that we would have on there whenever you fight certain bosses, and you would get taunt applied on there, and it just kind of stuck around. So they've actually fixed that now. They've retweaked it where it takes a little bit larger for it to charge, or a little longer for that to charge, and then it also is only going to remain active for 18 seconds. So we're not going to have that thing where it continues on and on and on until you dock somewhere. So that's going to be great to see that on there. And I know that's one of the things that was the big glaring issues for me. Top issues that they've been investigating also is that people can't launch the game, says they're stuck on a splash screen. So that's something that they were supposed to be addressing. Woods of the Gate, a unique contract that you picked up at Blackwood that kept reappearing for those of us, that it was affecting. Wasn't a really big deal. You just pick it back up and complete it again. So they did get that fixed. Large number of smuggler pass tokens shown on a player currency wallet. So that wasn't actually a bug that it was just throwing random things up there. What that actually is, and I don't know if it's been fixed, they ended up resetting my smuggler currency, it looks like here. Well, we have 17, so let's see if we can actually fix that. It's not that it's just some random stuff there, it's actually that it wasn't allowing us to spend it. So let's see if we can spend this. It's not yet there. Make sure if you're having this issue that you go to the bug reporter. You can give that a up arrow saying that you're experiencing that. They have now finally put in a thing where they're going to try and get this fixed. So make sure that you're reporting that. Okay, now with that having been gone over, it looks like the jerky, jittery steering on the frigate that they're working on that. So that should be smoothed out some. We're going to give some tests here to make sure. The accelerated gun rail smithy furniture that wasn't working properly, they're going to be getting that fixed, it looks like. And the issue on the PC where they could only refine one item at a time, that's now been taken care of. And Toxic Terror mission over at Blackwood, for those of you who were stuck on that, that has been resolved. So you should be able to get through that mission now. That's going to be great. Now, there's a lot of really good things that they've added back into the store. For those of you who have been looking for Eye of Heaven, that is one of the most common things I see requested over in the Discord. People looking for who has the extra Eye of Heaven, who has an extra buoy locker, things like that. So let's see what we've got for sale here. So went ahead, started buying the typicals up on the weekly reset. And then what we're seeing here for our items of this week is the Freeman's Embrace. I recommend this furniture on any of your ship, especially ramming ships, because anytime you take a negative status effect and you ram another ship, it's going to apply that over to them, and then you want to use your restorative kit to remove that status effect from yourself. And it really increases the damage effect 30% on your enemy, but you want to make sure that you use your restorative to remove that so you don't end up with that extra 30% timer on your ship. So hope that makes sense. Dynamic ballast control is now over here. Plaguebringer's Ward, and of course the buoy locker. You can buy those. You can also, I believe it was last week, you could pick up that blueprint for that as well. And then it looks like Wrathful Ward blueprint is available. So I don't really use this, but I am going to go ahead and pick it up because it could be useful later on in the game, guys. We also have the Hayden's Guard and Rhapsody of the Deep armor available. Foul Isle Demi Cannon and Twin Winch Blisses for those of you who are into it. And of course, we have that Eye of Heaven for 1,000 guild points. If you're wondering how do I get guild points, what's the quickest way? Your Infamy leaderboard is the quickest way to get guild points. Even if you've already finished your seasonal board like I have here, it does a weekly reset where you're going to be able to earn several thousand more, plus whatever you're getting from the convoys and events that you're running in the game. You're going to be able to continue to pick those up. So you're definitely going to be able to get the Eye of Heaven. It's going to require you to play the game and actually grind things out and to earn that Infamy system. And for every, looks like here, the next tier that's going to get you 80 of those points will be 2,000 Infamy. You get that paid. That's essentially running Wolvenhall one time and destroying some ships and making it through the mission. So you can grind this stuff out in a matter of hours and be able to pick up those items. Now, Unitinara had some really nice stuff over here. I want to take you over here. One of those things is the Warhammer blueprint. And I know for me, that is probably my favorite auxiliary weapon of all of them. While I do pick up the new Vigil, and of course that new Roaring Meg that they have over there at Blackwood, you cannot pass up the opportunity to own the blueprint for the Warhammer. So that is 7,000 pieces of 8. We'll go ahead and pick that up. Let's see what else we've got here. It looks like you've got some your basic stuff. Let's see, blueprint wise, anything that I absolutely need. Let's pick 2s now. It would appear as though that one item is definitely what I was wanting, and I'm also going to check her ledger. Not expecting anything to have changed over there, but definitely always nice to look and see. So looks like the same items. Wasn't expecting, like I said, I wasn't really expecting anything different here, so. But get back to grinding that Moonshiner's mission again. Definitely want to make sure I'm grinding that out. So, really interesting stuff there. So, those are some of the items you're definitely going to want to get. It does not look like that rotative store has been fixed, though, but they are aware of the issue. I know myself and several people in the Discord have been reporting it, and we did see a link to where people can actually just come in and click it and actually be able to report that they're experiencing that as well. So make sure you're reporting those things so that Ubisoft can see what's going on, get to the bottom of it, and hopefully get it fixed pretty quick. So now, does it affect everything? Once you fell on a rotative store, you cannot buy anything in that store, guys, just so you're aware, until you reset the game. Now, when you reset the game, you can actually talk about turn it off, cycle it off, leaving completely, giving a few minutes, coming back in, at which point you can then come in here and buy boxes. It will not let you buy anything at the top of the Pinnacle store, though, any of the blueprints or this cannon. But you can come in here and buy the boxes. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. I've not read of any type of limits. In fact, I know a few guys that have bought multiple Thunder Dragon cannons, way more than I've been able to buy so far, mainly because my game is glitched out. But it looked like they had actually reset the tokens. We've got back up here at about 17. We had around 28 before the reset. So that's something you need to keep in mind. Look, see what's going on, see if they've hit your warehouses and stuff. It does happen. You know, you can report it if they do. But understand, when that type of stuff happens, you're just out. Now, we checked the mailbox earlier, was having some connection issues. That Calypso's Curse cosmetic is at the mailbox, guys. We'll go ahead to manage our ship, and we're going to go check out exactly what that looks like here. So that's going to be under ship cosmetics. Then it's going to be under crew, which is, here we go. So this is the Calypso's Curse. It pretty much looks like most other things. We'll go ahead and put it on and check it out. They've had some pretty good ones in the past. This is pretty reminiscent of the Ashen's follower, to be honest. A little bit of difference in the headdress. It looks like some kind of coins or something hanging down. Then, of course, the knives on the sheath. So, pretty interesting. So, we'll go ahead and set that up there and keep that on our ship, see what goes on with that. But hope everyone has been having a wonderful day. I'm going to hop off of here and get to playing.